Get out of the way.
1, 2, 3.
Pull me out of the way.
So, a great man once said, "Fame is fleeting, infamy lasts forever." I can think of no better way to introduce our next and final speaker for National Fossil Day at Black Hills Institute than the man, the myth, and the legend, Peter Larson.
Well, thank you, Alex. So first of all, I would like to thank Dan and Angela McNamara, who supplied the drinks and stuff for everybody. And there's also some food back there if you can make your way back inside the tents. I entitled this talk "A Brief History of the Universe." Well, it's not really. It's not really the universe, but it's kind of our universe, I guess. So, I started fossil collecting back in 1956, but it wasn't until 1959 that my siblings and I started our first museum. And there's a little picture of it over there by the bar, if you get a chance to see it. It's kind of hung up against the window on this wall on this side. In 1974, a fellow by the name of James Honert, who was a graduate of the School of Mines the same time I did in 1974, we started what we call Black Hills Minerals, which was after Bill and Gene Roberts, who had a business called Black Hills Minerals. And that morphed a little bit later after my brother and Bob Farrar joined the company. And we incorporated under this great name that Bob came up with, called Black Hills Institute of Geological Research. And that entity actually started our business of doing business with museums and creating exhibits for museums. And interestingly enough, we've done this work all over the world, and you can almost name a continent and we've either been there or there are some of our things in museums in those areas. We've got things in Australia, we have things in New Zealand, we have things in India, we have all over the Far East, and of course Japan and Korea, and you name a country, and Peru, you name a country, and there's a good chance that there are things from Black Hills Institute coming from Hill City, South Dakota, that are on exhibit in museums where kids can see it. So in 1992, we opened the Black Hills Museum of Natural History exhibit for the first time in our museum right over here. And then in that same year, we lost Sue, but gained tons and tons of friends. And it's only because of the people here, the people in Hill City, the people around the state of South Dakota, and actually many people from around the world who supported us, that allowed us to get through some really rough times. And without that support, we would not be here today. Maybe I'd still be in the slammer. I'm not sure, but things like this are not the product of one person's work. It takes literally a village like Hill City to build a museum, and that's what we have found to be. All the support that we have here has allowed us to create this entity. And again, people from all over the world too, who have liked what we've done and have decided to support us. It's just kind of a really cool thing. In 2008, we realized that probably the best way to do our museum, where we can really do what we want to do, is to create kind of a new entity that only relied upon somewhat on donations, but also upon this museum support. The museums who have helped our for-profit business and have allowed us to put these specimens all over the world and to create a new entity. And so we've decided to create kind of a new name. It has, of course, been the museum at Black Hills Institute here for a number of years, but it's going to have a new name, and this is kind of a nice time to do that because next year, 2024, will be our 50th year in business. So it's kind of... We're probably going to basically celebrate the entire year, and there's Wally back there, and she moved to Hill City about the same time we did, and which is kind of cool in 1978. So a lot of the people here have been so supportive of us over the years, and without all of those people, we couldn't have done this thing. So there's something really important that has happened just recently, and I'm indebted to Dan and Angela McNamara, who are selling us this place right here. And this place right here is going to become something very special. I'd like, maybe Dan, you could help Sam uncover this. This is kind of an image. Now, this image is going to change, but it kind of gives you the idea. The area we're standing in is going to be brand new exhibits. And it's going to make Hill City even more of a destination for kids who want to look at dinosaurs, kids who want to ask questions about dinosaurs, kids who can learn about evolution, kids who can learn about the age of the Earth, kids who can learn about what it takes to try to preserve our planet, which we are in danger of destroying. And it's so important to not just the history of Hill City, but to the history of the world, to look at these things and to, because we as human beings have adverse effects on the animal population and the plant population around this world, and we need to understand how important it is to protect those things. So we have a new name, which we're going to be using, called the Black Hills Museum of Natural Science at Black Hills Institute. Of course, it's an important thing because everybody has to know that it's here. So anyway, thank you, Dan and Angela, for making this possible. Also, this would not be possible without all of the people here who live in Hill City and the surrounding areas who've supported us over these years, who've taken us through these really bad times. When you have bad times, you can make it through if you have friends and family who support you. Without that, you can't. And we've been able to make it through some bad times, and we're so happy that you guys have supported us. I'd like to thank Bob Farrar, my partner, and my new partner, Sam Farrar, and our employees who have stuck with us through all this time. We have some of the employees who are no longer employees but still support us here tonight too. And thank you to all our neighbors for sticking with us. And thank you all so much for helping make our dreams come true. Thank you. I forgot to add, kind of quoting the Mandalorian, I have spoken.
Oh gosh. There's a cord there, but that's okay.
Hey, Pete, I'm glad that slowed you down. Pete, don't run away. Okay, so I want to introduce Jenny Kirkpatrick, who is the treasurer of the Association of South Dakota Museums. And Pete, you're coming right back up here, so don't run away.
And don't go over the cord.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out. This past weekend, the Association of the Association of South Dakota Museums had our annual conference, and we give awards, scholarships, and grants to deserving people in different categories. Pete Larson, you were given the Excellence in Leadership Award in museums. And I think you've shown because you're passionate in how the museum works. Now, I did not nominate you. Alex nominated you. And just to let you know, it will have the old name on there, Museum of Everything Prehistoric. So one last
Whatever.
time. So come on up here, Pete. I want to.
Step over that. Some people trip on that.
Now, would you like to? And here's the essay that Alex wrote.
Thank you, Alex. I definitely want to.
Yay!
All right. Okay, guys. One more final thing here. So Jason Ferguson from Southern Hills Publishing is going to come up here and tell you guys about our project that we're doing next year for our 50th anniversary. If we can figure out where he is in the crowd, I saw him here. He's in the back. All right.
Watch the cord.
So I have to try and follow that award and this, so I'm just going to make this quick. So we're really excited. We're partnering with the Institute, and Pete and everybody, to put together a special magazine for the 50th anniversary of the Institute. I guess if you don't know what Southern Hills Publishing does, we do the Hill City Prevailer, the Custer Chronicle, Downcountry Roads Magazine, Southern Hills Vacation Guide, and in 2019 we did this for the 100th anniversary of Custer State Park. So we're going to be doing something along this lines for the Institute. It's going to be full of stories and photos and a timeline of the Institute. I believe Pete is submitting some sort of letter or something for it. It's going to be awesome. They're giving us lots of material. Did I just tell him something you didn't know? So I'm not here to sell you anything, but there is an opportunity to be a part of this. If somebody hasn't contacted you about that, they will be. You can contact us. We're going to be putting out 30 to 40,000 copies of this, maybe more. It's going to go on the Institute's website, our website. The show in Tucson, I can't remember what it's called. Yes, it's going to be everywhere. We're going to distribute it around here. We're very, very excited about it. I think that covers it. We just want to thank the Institute, Pete, for letting us work with you on this. We're super excited about it. It's going to be fantastic. So if you have any questions, let me know.
All right, guys, and that is the last presentation we have. So we can have food now. I will add that room number 5 has an open bathroom. If you want to use the bathroom, that is the place to go. And also, this is kind of reversed, but my name is Adam Weaver. I'm the operations manager of Black Hills Institute. If you want like press packets or images of this or anything like that for future press, please come see me after this, or you can contact me at adam@phigr.com. So, Pete, do you have something else?
I did? Okay. I just want to make sure we think. You did. Damn it.
All right, thanks everybody for coming.